This edition of Radio Stone Update is brought to you by TAB Surfaces, celebrating 25-plus years of producing premium natural stone and TAB quartz, the high-density slabs with TAB's proprietary high-gloss luster technology.
Hi, I'm Kay Shipper with the latest in hard surfaces industry news from Radio Stone Update. Legislation on fighting silicosis in California's stone shops is heading to Governor Gavin Newsom's desk. However, it's arriving without several key provisions that would have boosted both fabrication education and enforcement. Earlier this month, California lawmakers approved Senate Bill 20, known as the Silicosis Training, Outreach, and Prevention, or STOP Act. In its final form, it retained the definition of fabrication problems involving crystalline silicosis and prohibition of material dry cutting. However, the final version took out provisions for the state to develop training on safe fabrication and by July 2027 to certify shops that followed the training. The bill also removed any requirement that natural stone and engineered stone slabs could only be supplied to certified fabrication shops. Instead, the final legislation simply calls on all fabrication shops to make sure that employees involved in cutting, shaping, or polishing those products are trained in accordance with state silicosis-related regulations. It also directs the State Department of Public Health to identify fabrication businesses, provide outreach education on silicosis, and provide technical assistance in investigations. However, no specific duties or requirements are included in the measure. The final bill also requires the Department of Public Health to notify Cal-OSHA if any silicosis cases are diagnosed, but excludes the information from disclosure under state open records laws. The bill was sponsored by State Senator Carolyn Miniver, whose San Fernando Valley district was named ground zero for work-related silicosis cases in California.
Why TAB Quartz? Because your home is worth it. At TAB Quartz, we follow the world's best technologies and processing practices, which are the result of our 23-plus years of experience in processing natural stone at our parent company TAB. TAB Quartz is the result of our love for stone and marks the beginning of a new age in the design and stone industry. TAB has created high-density quartz with an exceptionally high gloss via its custom-developed luster technology. The high ratio of quartz versus resin makes the slabs uniquely dense and heavier than your common quartz slab, achieving impenetrability even in a matte finish. Additionally, TAB Quartz is processed with UV-resistant resin to keep it safe from ultraviolet breakdown and color change. At TAB Quartz, we use the most innovative technologies, which enable us to not only be efficient but also eco-friendly. Legal compliance, environmental protection, and waste reduction are the very foundation of our company culture. Learn more at tabquartz.com.
Registration for next year's The International Surface event, TISE, is now open. The 2026 event is scheduled for January 27th through 29th at the Mandalay Bay Convention Center in Las Vegas. The flagship industry gathering for flooring, stone, and tile will feature both an expansive show floor and 4 days of education sessions. The industry's first major expo of the year is expected to bring retailers, distributors, fabricators, installers, and others together. The 2026 event will feature innovations that address emerging market demands, including advanced stone fabrication technology and premium materials, and state-of-the-art equipment enhancing efficiency. The exhibition floor and learning sessions will feature hands-on demonstrations and discussions addressing today's market challenges while introducing practical techniques. They include the Stone Fabricators Alliance, SFA, will demonstrate advanced fabrication techniques on the show floor in the cage. TISE Live Demo Stage will showcase breakthrough installation practices. TISE Live Theater sessions will address sustainability integration, digital commerce strategies, and business practices that drive profitability, and Natural Stone Theater, produced by the Natural Stone Institute, will explore emerging technologies, design trends, and responsible sourcing practices. TISE 2026 also offers a complete 4-day education program that meets the changing needs of the industry both on the show floor and in the classroom, whether it's improving business, learning better installation methods, or creating effective marketing. Returning this year are Working with Natural Stone Architecture and Design and the Women's Leadership Program. Says Dana Hicks, Group Event Director for TISE, quote, "We aim to foster a collaborative environment here at TISE 2026 that will allow businesses to grow and confidently navigate these transitions," end quote. To register for TISE 2026 or for more information, go to www.intlsurfaceevent.com. When Marmomac opened its doors in Verona, Italy yesterday, the Brazilian natural stone industry was front and center. Brazil is the only country with an exclusive hall at Verona Fieri. As Brazilian officials note, their industry's history dates back to the arrival of Italian immigrants who brought their experience, entrepreneurial vision, and family values to a country with the world's greatest geologic diversity. The significance is driven home by the country's location in Hall 1 at Marmomac 2025. Into that prestigious space, 31 Brazilian companies assembled by It's Natural, Brazilian Natural Stone, and the Brazilian Natural Stone Association Centro Rojas, in partnership with the Brazilian Trade and Investment Promotion Agency Apex Brazil, are displaying their best to the world. An additional 10 companies will be present individually, bringing the display to around 4,000 square meters. The companies in the It's Natural Brazilian Natural Stone exhibit expect to generate approximately $10 million in immediate business and $50 million over the next 12 months. Quote, "The history of the industry in Brazil was shaped by many hands and many cycles. It is only right to preserve this memory and acknowledge all the contributions made thus far and that continue contributing to the strong development of the country and to being respected around the world," end quote, says Thales Machado, the president of Centro Rojas. The South American country isn't the only one making a splash at Marmomac. Locally based Antolini Luigi & C. S.p.A. has a double presence. At the fairgrounds, the company's iconic booth will feature special artwork by Florentine artist Murambili. And just steps away, the Paglioni Antolini will be on display at the historic Gallery Mercatali, where 50 exceptional natural stones will be featured. The Antolini booth is a long-standing landmark at Marmomac. Artist Bili, whose works embody the synthesis of classical Italian tradition and contemporary vision, first collaborated with Antolini at Milano Design Week 2025 and continues through the Verona show. Dedicated to Catherine de' Medici, the Italian noblewoman who became Queen of France, the work is created in Cristallo Luminescent Select, as is the room in which it will be unveiled. The booth itself is envisioned through the creative mind of Alessandro Laspada and features stones from the company's exclusive collection, including Cipollino Gray Wave, Silver Roots, and Irish Green. The booth will also spotlight jewelry design with the Lady A collection, handcrafted rings, necklaces, bracelets, and earrings adorned with a variety of Antolini precious stones. Paglioni Antolini will be hosted at the Galleria Mercatali, a mid-century industrial landmark across from the fair's main entrance, where a curated selection of 50 hand-picked, one-of-a-kind natural stones from Antolini collections will offer a journey through nature and craft. Quote, "Our goal is to illustrate the entire journey of natural stone from its origin to its final form, offering visitors an immersive understanding of the process. Layer by layer, the story unfolds, revealing the complexity, beauty, and character embedded in each stage," unquote, says CEO Alberto Antolini. Back in this country, Hardscape North America 2025, HNA, has sold out all of its available exhibit space for this year's event to be held October 22nd through 24th at the Kentucky Exposition Center in Louisville, Kentucky. This is the 5th consecutive year HNA has sold out. This year, exhibitors have fully booked both the north and west wings of the Exposition Center, along with the outdoor Hardscape House, the home to live demos, hands-on displays, and the HNA Installer Championships. The sold-out floor will include more natural stone companies than ever before, as well as 43 first-time HNI exhibitors. The education lineup covers a wide range of topics from hiring and pricing to innovative strategies to help contractors, dealers, and design professionals tackle current challenges and seize new opportunities. The standard registration fee is $60 through October 19th. HNA's co-location with Equip Exposition offers attendees access to both shows and more than 1,100 total exhibits with one badge. Registration is available at www.hardscapena.com. HNA is produced by the Concrete Masonry and Hardscapes Association and is endorsed by the Brick Industry Association and the Natural Stone Institute. And GI Stone, a Chicago-based stone supplier, fabricator, and installer for major commercial real estate and luxury residential projects, celebrated its 30th anniversary last month. The event brought almost 350 well-wishers to the EO Theater for a night of laughs courtesy of an improv comedy performance and a tribute by GI Stone president Sandia Dandamuti to her mother and company founder Ronnie Dandamuti. In addressing the crowd, Sandia Dandamuti said the milestone is a tribute to the strong relationships the company has built over its 30-year history. Quote, "Seeing so many of our clients, collaborators, and friends together in one room reminded me that while stone is our medium, people are our foundation," unquote, she said. Founded in 1995, GI Stone specializes in sourcing, fabrication, and installation of interior and exterior custom stone for clients nationwide. Recent projects include the Obama Presidential Center and the Tribune Towers residences. This year, the company expanded by adding a luxury residential division, bringing its services to private homeowners for the first time. Since that expansion, projects have included a high-rise condominium in Chicago's Magnificent Mile and a large-scale renovation in Hinsdale, Illinois. To support this growth, GI Stone recently acquired a 24,000-square-foot building adjacent to its longtime headquarters and shop in Chicago's Hubbard Street Industrial District. The new property will be transformed into a showroom and event space and will open next year. Quote, "Honoring my mother's legacy of creativity, integrity, and craftsmanship means not only preserving those principles, but also pushing them forward into new markets and new lines of business," end quote, Dandamuti said. Remember, the September-October issue of Stone Update is now available at www.stonemag.com. For a transcript of this broadcast, go to www.radiostoneupdate.com. I'm Kay Schipper for Radio Stone Update, and we'll see you here again soon.
This edition of Radio Stone Update has been brought to you by TAB Surfaces, celebrating 25-plus years of producing premium natural stone and TAB quartz, the high-density slabs with TAB's proprietary high-gloss luster technology.